Well, guys, we are finally here. We are finally going to be talking about the Bad Batch series finale. I can't believe it's already here and gone. Finally was able to watch it, and I want to give you guys my thoughts. So, if you guys watched it, let me know what you guys thought about it down in the comments. Me, I was kind of in between this entire season. There was a lot of speculation of who was gonna die in this season, or at the very end, a lot of people were thinking, "Oh man, it's gonna be Crosshair. He's gonna sacrifice himself for Omega. He's going to do this and that." There was a lot of things here that a lot of ones were wondering if they were gonna die or not. We really didn't see a lot of Rex, which a lot of people was upset about, myself included. Um, Also, I guess it was confirmed that Tech is dead. Don't really know. A lot of people were thinking one of the Shadow clones was him. Really didn't see that. Scorch dies in this. Rampart dies. Even Hemlock dies in this episode because we see where the boys are trying to save Omega, and when they finally do, it's a big showdown of trying to save her. Now, I'm just going to say this. I think that it was interesting. That's the best way I know how to say it. It was interesting because, again, guys, I'm assuming you've watched the episode. I'm not gonna go into, oh, hey, spoilers. I really, again, go watch the episode because the very way this ended. I mean, again, did it tie up some loose ends? In a way, yes and no. With them destroying the lab and Omega being free technically from the Empire for however many years, especially with the way that this ended, was her leaving the planet that they seek refuge on, and her, I would say, being in her late teens now and wanting to join the rebellion. And Hunter and Crosshair and Wrecker have pretty much retired, I'm assuming, at this point. So it makes me wonder what exactly is next for Omega. Like, how long is she gonna be with the rebellion? Does she meet anyone that we know? Is she gonna meet anyone like from, like, let's say Rebels, for example? Star Wars Rebels. It really makes things kind of interesting because you're like, okay, what exactly is going to happen? Like, because they leave it on a cliffhanger where she just goes, she leaves Hunter, she leaves Batcher, she leaves everyone to pretty much, hey, I'm gonna go do what I gotta do. And we know Omega is gonna be highly trained. We know there's potential with her with the Force, even though she did not pursue it. Will she pursue it? Don't know. But is there a room, I would say, to explore more of Omega and the Bad Batch? More than likely, yes. I felt like the season was very up and down. What I mean by that, it just mainly felt like everything Omega did was either the right or the wrong thing to do. Like, it felt like, we gotta do what Omega says, when it's like, y'all are highly trained, and yet you're still gonna listen to Omega. Like, it was really interesting to see that. It just, most of the episodes I felt like was very boring to me. I felt like this was probably the best episode they had so far in the season. It was longer than what I expected. I was not expecting it to be almost an hour long, but again, it was a series finale. Do I feel like they put it in a bow? Yes and no. I don't feel like that they wrapped it in a bow. I don't think they've done that with any Star Wars movie or show. I feel like that they've always left it on a cliffhanger to where we can see more of a story or a side story with these characters and be able to explore possibly more. I don't have an issue with Omega. I just wish that they would make Omega a little bit more likable as a character. I don't mind her, but over time Omega got to be just a little bit annoying to where you got tired of constantly always Omega this, Omega that. Now will Omega get her own show? Even that's going to be a possibility. I enjoy the fact that Hunter and the rest of the guys finally got some type of, you know, retiring. because we don't know what's going to happen. I mean, will they get retired? More than likely. I just hope that they will be able to be retired. And it kind of makes me wonder what exactly Omega is going to do, who she's going to work with, and who's she going to run into. Will she meet Luke? Will she meet, any of the ones from the Rebels, like, Ezra, or, did she meet Kanan? Did she meet Sabine? Ones like that. Did she ever come across anyone of great importance? So it kind of makes me wonder of who is going to be left to actually be there, and will we see the clones again? More than likely. I'm pretty sure we're going to be seeing them a lot older. I'm pretty sure if they did like a spin-off of this, which again, I don't see the reason why they wouldn't. Again, Rex would still be around. I could see Hunter being around, Echo being around, Crosshair being around, and all them, and then them going to help Omega and help them out. Again, Hemlock is gone. We know what happens to all these other characters within the Empire, and Hemlock is gone, the data is destroyed, the lab's destroyed. They pretty much left that in a bow, so to speak. But again, it just felt like that the season was up and down. It kind of was a little bit of a sore turn to see Scorch get killed, because again, if anyone plays Star Wars Rebel Republic Commando like I did, it was kind of bittersweet, because again, he was a cool character, but again, we do see how he ended up, how he, the chip did what he did to him, and then he just went further into the Empire's clutches. Was this an interesting season? Depends. I would say for those, I mean, again, I feel like the Star Wars as a whole has changed so much, and I feel like that it needs to improve, but at the same time, it needs to be more on the animated side than what it is. But again, if you enjoyed the season, good for you. If you enjoyed the episode, good for you. It was kind of up and down for me. I feel like it could have been a little bit better. I feel like it could have been a little bit longer. But again, I wouldn't mind seeing more of these characters again. We got used to them for 3 years, and I hope we get to see more of them in the future. But let me know what you guys think about it down in the comments. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you as always on the next one.